There was no feeling like going onto the stage and looking down on a crowd, first of all, and it looking like, you know, a major audience for some major festival band.
Thanks for coming.
Times are left far behind, and we glide into the night, into the night, into the night, into the night.
Thank you, we're the Harm.
McLauchlan, good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
And just wanted to ask on right before you guys head out and do your thing, what were you thinking about on your ride to Seattle? Was this one different from others, or considering that you guys are going to be on tonight and stuff, how was that for you?
Oh, it's way different. It's really surreal because, I mean, most of the shows we've been playing are just clubs for 50 people at the most, and sometimes for way fewer than that. So it's incredible to be on such a professional stage and playing with all these pros, kind of setting up our sound. It's not something we're used to. We're used to doing our own sound checks and kind of just shuffling everything on and off stage between bands. So to have really a headlining slot and to really play in front of such a friendly crowd, like I said, it's surreal, and I don't know if I've actually accepted that it's reality yet. I think it'll actually set in when I actually set foot on stage.
Thanks for coming out, everybody. Makjavich. All you had was tinder. I could have sustained the flame. You burned it all at once. A white blow ash away, yeah. You won't be anything anymore except what you give, what you give, what you give, what you give. Now it's maternity, like you've always had before. Always had before. Always had before. I won't take it anymore. I don't have a duck, but I'd take it if you did. Let my fingers trace your every curve, my tongue fight every nerve. Coughing from the smoke, but yearning for the flame. Getting you into bed will burn me just the same. Just the same, will burn me just the same, will burn me just the same. I'm blessed with the game. It's not a show if I haven't kicked off that cymbal, so had to do that. That one was called Ukamedan.
So I think we need to set the record straight. It's pronounced Ukamedan.
What have you been hearing?
Ukamedan.
Ukamedan?
Yeah. Every other faux Japanese word. The way that we came up with that title for the song was it was an angsty piece about an ex-girlfriend. So the first line that I had written for that whole song was "You don't give a f***." And we were starting on word processor. So when you like save a file, it saves whatever you have written as the title until there's like a special character. So it just said like you and then Dawn, because that was where Dawn don't had an apostrophe. Mm-hmm. So it was like we were saying you Dawn, and then that became like you Dawn, an address to Dawn, which grammatically speaking would have a comma in there. You Dawn. And then we just thought you comma Dawn was a pretty sweet name.
And then we turned to Japanese and like, added a K.
Ukamedan, sensei.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brendan, what are you thinking about?
Think about. I'm a little tired right now. My arms are a little sore. I'm playing the drums.
And also the keyboard.
Yeah, the keyboard.
The Randy Jacksons are playing right now. We're gonna play next. It's just kind of an end of the year. Backyard Bash. I like Backyard Bash more than Soiree. Sorry, KDUK. I'm changing the title.
All about the alliteration
of your party. Yeah, and it has a nice rhythm to it.
It was kind of like Jeff had said, it was surreal, and it kind of was. It was just a very different experience from the bars and stuff that we're used to playing in. It was a huge event for us, for all of us, because we don't know if we're gonna ever play a show of that magnitude again.
And then today we're playing this backyard party. We're down a member, and we have nothing to prove. So we're just playing for fun. We're gonna mess around a lot, try out some new stuff.
Bring me back to that moment in piano class when you were having that really good experience with the teacher, and you learned a lot about music.
Yeah.
Teach. What did she show you?
Tracy Edson is a dude. He's a man.
Is a man. Yes.
He knows everything about music. What else? He's very able to work with lots of different sort of people, I guess. I can't read music. He worked with me on that, and like understood that I don't really care about reading music.
And what interests you about playing the drums? What gets you jazzed about that?
The drums, like, been playing them forever, so I just kind of like mindless. Don't really like, don't stress about it.
This is my boy.
Yeah.
This guy is a sage.
Yeah. This guy's wearing a sweater vest.
Christmas sweater vest. Sleeveless because I cut it off.
Cut it all.
Cut that shit.
Tomorrow's 420.
They're all great. I love all of you. Jeff, Brendan, Drew.
McLauchlan on the bass. Pick up my strings and run to town. I'll be heard, stay on round the table. Turn around, make you proud, make it my sound. Thank you.
I've always had tons of fun recording and playing with these guys. I'm really interested in technical stuff. Our first recording experience in Olympia, we were at my church where I'd done soundboard stuff for the church before, and I was kind of familiar with this stuff, but I'd never done any kind of recording like this before, so it was a really cool experience for me. When you're playing, you're paying attention more to playing than you are to other people's parts, so you can tell when somebody screws up. But when you're focused on playing, you don't know what's going on in the rest of the song. So recording is a great way to understand how the song is as a whole, and that's something that I think we went crazy. Please bleep it, because that was awesome. Crazy for the recordings from the Parisian Nightingale EP when we first heard them, and I think a lot of that had to do with just we didn't know what it sounded like. As stupid as that sounds, you don't know what it sounds like until you hear it. So that's one thing I really look forward to recording, along with just we just have a ton of fun whenever we play. And sometimes it's exhausting, and sometimes it's super tiring to the extent of just frustration. But we go through it together, and I mean, we haven't killed each other yet, so.
I'm very much a perfectionist. I've learned that definitely through songwriting. I don't know how many ideas I've started with and have just thrown out because I didn't think they were good enough, instead of just holding on to them and gradually kind of trying new things. But I've also really learned a huge commitment to music through this project. It's been a huge blast, and I realized that music was the thing that was the necessary counterbalance to my life that just made everything even keel, and kind of made the harder, more intellectual, cerebral stuff all the more bearable, because I had music as a counterbalance.
Dream big for me. Do you think that this band could really go places and do it?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Thanks everyone for coming out. You look amazing. This is the biggest show we've ever played. I won't stay, you won't call. Nothing breaks, we won't fall. Come and go as we please. Write it out where we squeeze. One we said, one we
Thank you so much. That one was called Smog Robblers. That's also going to be on our next release.
Hurt people, hurt people. Hurt people, hurt people. Ooh. Coming from one of the lines in Footsteps.
That's another funny thing is like trying to figure out what we were gonna call it.
Oh my god. Trying to figure out how to name our EP
when we were
was so hard.
I feel like some bands like actually like consciously have songs that they wrote during a period that they can like contain in a phrase or like in something, and then that's the album name. For us, like these were written over a long period of time. Some of them, it wasn't like they were all self-contained into this nice period where like Joel and Jeff had been like shit on, so we could call it the We Got Shit On EP. Like, you know, it wasn't easy like that. So we were going brainstorming names and stuff.
My favorite was Coping with Loss.
We were coming up with all these emo names,
which sounded like a self-help book, and I really wanted like the cover photo for us to just be like skipping rocks on like the shoreline and just like looking really sad. And it was supposed to be like a hopeful thing, but we decided on Hurt People because it seemed kind of incendiary.
Well, like, Jeff likes it for his nice reason. I like it for my other reason.
Oh yeah, okay. So Footsteps was written about a friend who was like getting back into a relationship with his ex-girlfriend, and it was actually the friend who had said it before when he was talking about just feeling vulnerable coming out of a relationship. He was like, man, hurt people. Like, when you're vulnerable, you try to push your pain on other people.
So when Jeff says it, he says like, hey, look, man, you're vulnerable now. Just be careful because
hurt people.
And the way I say it gives it a whole different context. Hurt people.
In this circumstance, Joel is acting as though that is a command to actually hurt people. He's trying to get it into your subconscious that we're commanding you
it's
with our
the devil
music.
On your shoulder.
Yeah, to hurt other people.
Yeah.
So when you first started working on the first songs, did you ever think that you would be able to have an opportunity like this?
No, the first songs were like complete jokes.
Where's the love? Oh, that's right. I didn't wear dove. That was our first.
Yeah, just like a collection of one-liners to like beat, basically.
Nice. And now you get to perform Parisian Nightwalk in front of lots of people and.
Oh, this is
yeah, it's gonna be.
How does that feel?
Feels good. I don't know. We'll see. We have a joke about me shitting my pants on stage. Sorry, you might have to cut that out. I don't know.
Grasp into the known, the familiar. Hurt people leading him.
Every time people see Joel's guitar, they're like, "Oh, dude, that's so sick! Is this the kind of music you play?" And they're like, "Doodle doodle 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 doodle," because it looks like he has like a metal guitar.
I do have a metal guitar.
Yeah, his metal
shredder.
It's a shredder guitar, and then like Joel will be like, "Oh, do you mean this?" And he'll just go like.
Did you ever think you'd be on a stage like this performing with a?
No, I just wanted to be. What's his name? John Frusciante. That's all I was thinking about. Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's my dream.
I don't ever want to feel. We give Joel so much shit for liking the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He always plays Under the Bridge. Every practice.
So that was the first like semi-hard song I learned. The intro to that. And so that was like my default for when people are like, oh, play a song I know.
you so much.
We've been playing Made to Break ever since, like, our first show in St. Mary's when it was just Joel and I.
God.
That was so long ago. We weren't the Harm then.
Jeff and I spent the most time together on this, whether it's like Brendan being in Minnesota or Drew being in Seattle, or just us writing together, I think has really brought us together. And Jeff has come to me in about every context you could think of.
Joel is the principal songwriter in the band. It's been him and I ever since we started 2 years ago.
But just Jeff will come to me like super low, and I'll be like, dude, things are all right, don't worry about it. And he'll come to me like super high, and I'll be like, Jeff, are you sure? Like, you sure that things are that good? And whichever way it is, I think that's something I've learned about myself, is just that I kind of keep it level.
Before we actually started writing legitimate music, we were writing songs about like UP classmates and like big breasts, and like they were all set to like electronic drum beats, like very Beastie Boys, kind of like Brass Monkeys style, like.
Because we were still on the electronic set.
Yeah, we were on the electronic set. Joel would play blues guitar riffs, and we would just like write jokes, write raps, write one-liner jokes and stuff like that. Then Joel wrote Parisian Nightwalk.
Yeah, well, that was the first one that we actually wrote, and then...
and I wrote Game On.
Yeah.
Like, shortly thereafter.
Yeah. Well, this one goes out to all the fans that have stuck with us over since the beginning. I make mistakes, but you trusted me anyway. We burned our hands, but once was enough to see you broke the mirror of yesterday. The next 7 years of looking up, so we suck the cream until it's dry, and we breathe the spirit from inside the cup, and the game is on. 'Cause I'm the wrong starter song, and the game is on. Check here, and I'm wrong, and the game is on. Face off will keep me from moving on, and the game is on. And the game is on. I live to learn. You grew my ground and saw me skate. We learned to live, especially when our hearts breaks. Set my sights on the upper end. Gave me your hand, we pounded nuts. You let me go. Ambition grew as I slapped the puck, and the game is on. I was on the run, stop us long, and the game is on. Money check here, and no, I'm wrong, and the game is on. Please also keep me from moving on, and the game is on. And the game is on. This song goes out to my parents, wherever they are, back here. Mom and Dad, raise your hands. Where are you? Oh, hi, Mom. The game is on. 'Cause on the road, start a song, and the game is on. Body check here, no, I'm wrong, the game is on. Thank you.
Brendan, my man, like, all I can really say is, like, where are we? Who are we? What time is it? We are we. The time is now. We are here. And that was really fun. That was really fun.
In Portland, Oregon, it's almost kind of sad that there is a niche market for actual rock bands that actually rock and play loud music. I wouldn't say that we're like a loud rock, hard rock, metal band or anything, but like indie rock has become synonymous with like glockenspiels and synthesizers, and it's getting more into like pop territories and just indie avant-garde music, whereas it's rare to have a band that is down to get gritty and just like play some blues, play some soul, play some funk, and just like jam it into loud guitars. So I think that's reason enough to listen to The Harm. We have fun too. We have a good time playing our music, and it's apparent.
This one's called Benga.
at the end of, well, we're at the end of the year. I'm graduating, Jeff's graduating.
Joel will be in Tanzania for the Peace Corps for 27 months or so.
I'm going to the Peace Corps in July in Tanzania, which is a 2-year commitment, and so that kind of rules out most gig opportunities during that period.
Because of this, that will definitely throw some curveballs as to how the band is set up. Drew is settling into a career, hopefully in the near future, as a police officer in Everett, Washington, so it's just north of Seattle. Brendan is going back to Minnesota in the summer. We'll be back for his senior year, and I don't know what he aspires to do professionally, but I'm also planning to move to Austin, Texas, and so we're kind of moving the harm all over the country and all over the world, and as such, for the next 2 years, there probably won't be the harm. We'll probably all do our own things. We'll probably figure out stuff to keep us occupied and keep our passion for music continuing.
Live life. Keep on keeping on. Don't forget me.
This one's gonna be our last one, and this is very surreal for us. It might be the last time that you get to see us, so at least like this. So don't let me cry, all right? And give it up on this last one. Give it everything you got. Thank you so much, UP. Thank you so much, administration, faculty, everybody who's made this possible. Can't thank you enough. It's been great to call this university our home for 2 years, 4 for our academic. But enough with this talking, enough with this monologue. Let's jam. I wasn't supposed to sing. Blue of a worker's wild wake, contriving a view when not even a couple can be made. My thoughts might come around, but I'll still be sitting here all day. Love, it's just a sudden burst of light. The worst type of love, just a minute makes the day from the night. A firework on San Diego just as fine. my time, but you never take my soul. You came, you go, you can take my time, my soul. You came, you go, you can take my time, but you can't take my soul. You came, you go, you can take my time, but you never take my soul. You came, you go, you can take my time, but you never take my soul. Soul. Thank you so much, University of Portland. Make it happen, and I love you. You just make my dreams come true right there. I love you.
Well, I look at it as a really good first experience as in a band. This is the first band that I was ever in, and to have the kind of successes that we've had, both performing, recording, getting some recognition, getting where we have, and having somewhat of a following in Portland has been really cool and humbling and awesome to have had that experience. Whether this is the end of it or whether this is the end of the beginning of it, that's still to be determined.
Reunion tour in 3 years, though. That's for sure.